Ha! Find a seat if you can.
Thanks, Innkeeper. Shenanigans back again. Today we're going to start heroic bosses for the Plague Quarter. Kel'Thuzad has dramatically improved his dungeon. Is ready for round 2. Heroic is very difficult. It's not for the faint of heart. You know, that was the case with my Naxxramas, especially. We'll see if that's the case with all these bosses. So we start.
Nothing can defeat Noth.
Noth the Plaguebringer. Heroic boss is extremely difficult. We know this. The hero power is a 5/5 skeleton. Whenever an enemy dies. Wow. That's pretty big. Pretty big. We'll go with what we normally play. See what happens. Looking for the way out here, and I really don't see it. Can summon 2 taunts. Maybe even get a 3rd. Chances are I am dead, though. Yeah, I don't see a way around this. Alright. Got me this time. So how do we beat all these 5/5s? I guess the way to do that is to play less minions. Might be able to pull something off with a tempo style deck. Go back and look at my decks. When I find what I think will work, I'll show you. Alright guys, here's the deck that I'm looking at. Blessing of Mights. The overall strategy of the deck, let's say this, is it's mainly control, but then I've got a couple of things in here for burst damage to finish off. Okay, so that said, Blessing of Might, that's mainly for burst damage removal or removal as a last resort. Blessing of Wisdom is for card draw. It's some of our only card draw on the deck. Use of Sergeant, again, like Blessing of Might, is for that burst damage. 2 equalities, that's going to play a big thing here in a moment, you'll see. Arch and Protector is just a nice minion with the Divine Shield to others. Thalnos, really for spell damage and some card draw. Not sure about this actual pick. Pyromancer and Equality is going to be our big ability here. The only problem is I've got to do this when I have a pretty much empty board, because Equality Pyromancer still means he'll get a 5. He'll get 1/5/5. Peacekeeper is to help lower the enemy hero power. The Golem, again, this is burst damage for the most part. Farseer, a little bit of health. True Silver Champion. Consecrates. Consecrate and Equality is a wonderful combination. Leroy for burst. Gurubashis and Lotheb. Actually, Gurubashis, Lotheb, and my Exna, Sylvanas. They all have one thing in common, and that is that they either have more than 5 health, and they'll basically be able to fight the hero power. That's what I'm hoping for. Venging Wrath, also to help proc things like Equality. And Guardian of Kings for a little bit of health, and again, a minion that's bigger than the hero power, the opponent's hero power. So let's give this a shot. I may have lethal here. Let me look. 6, 10, 11, 12, 14, 19. No. Well, there's a taunt there too, so that's a problem. However, it still doesn't work the way I think it needs to work. That's a problem. We'll play it out because it's fun to watch.
For justice. Get in there and fight, maggot! Get in there and fight, maggot!
So close.
Time's up. Let's do this.
I think the overall idea is sound. I think we're going to try it again. Just as is.
Breathe no more.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
That's going to be game. Need to get more face damage in to make this worthwhile.
The victory is yours.
Alright. I will be back. I'm going to revise the deck. Alright. I think this is what I want now. I've got a couple of tweaks. I have added in Hands of Protection to give more Divine Shield. Just the idea that I can be a little more aggressive with the Pyromancer and Equality, and not give him a 5/5 in return. We'll see how that works. Also, it'll just help to keep my other things alive. I got rid of the Arcane Golems for that because the whole burst damage isn't really working out so well, considering I'm playing mainly control already. I did add a Earthen Ring Farseer, the second one, and just for more heals. And that's really the only changes I've made. So we're going to try this and see how we go. It's giving me a lot more trouble than I'd expected.
I'll show them all. We hunger for vengeance.
Game over, man. Game over. Alright. Well, I will be back again. See if I can't figure something out.
The victory.
And we're back. I have done the unthinkable, at least for me. I decided to go check out a strategy guide. I give white flag, okay? What I found, however, was something that I was kind of thinking about as I was reflecting on the last fight, and that was the idea of things with a lot of health and a lot of healing. And of course, Priest is the master of doing that. And this is a deck, and I will have the link in the description. So if you're having as much trouble as I am with Heroic Noth, you might want to give this a shot. The deck consists of lots of healing, lots of little damage, the oh-so-wonderful Inner Fire combo that goes with the Light Well, along with Divine Spirit, so you can get some really early crazy damage out. Power Word Shield also helps with that. Northshire Cleric is a nice early game if Noth doesn't play anything. Shadow Word Pain, Shadow Word Death, for obvious reasons, because you don't want to trade your minions into Noths. Lightwell, of course, for this all this craziness. A Thought Steal, which I'm not terribly certain about, but we'll see. Injured Blade Masters, which work wonderfully with Circle of Healing. Light Spawn's also a great card. Holy Nova, Holy Fire, 2 Temple Enforcers, and now Zeto originally has Alexstrasza in his as his last slot. I don't have Alexstrasza. I don't have the dust to craft Alexstrasza. I'm not going to do that right now. So I'm going to play Ragnaros. I think you could just as easily play Myexna or even a Bold of Fist Ogre in this spot. So we're going to give Zeto's deck a try and see how it goes. Now, obviously, with Alexstrasza, things would be much easier. You basically wait till you get Alex and bring Noth down. But we'll give this a shot. I find it kind of amusing that Priest seems to be one of the go-to classes for bosses.
Anduin versus Noth, the Plague Bringer.
Another soul for the
And I find that
collection.
amusing
The light
because
shall bring victory.
it's not priests aren't usually considered some of the best decks for constructed. I mean, obviously there are some very good priest players out there, but that's not usually the forefront of the decks. Usually you're looking at Handlock and Miracle Rogue, things like that. So anyway, starting hand. This guy's good, but Circle of Healing is almost required. Doubling the health on somebody that's injured doesn't really help. Holy Smite's okay for early removal. And we're going to get rid of both of these, keep the removal, and try for something a little better. Okay, removal everywhere.
Bring out your dead.
Thankfully we can deal with that without any issue. We will. Nothing to do this turn, so.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Could very much use some creatures at this point. No minions is a little bad. Just a little.
You love my new recipe.
Holy Fire, or Holy Nova, does get rid of him. I don't think it's value enough. We'll wait. Where are the minions? This power 4 guy is going to be a problem. I guess to reduce damage, we'll go ahead and Holy Nova once.
Join me in death. You love my new recipe.
Well, that works out fairly well. Where are the minions? In any event, get rid of him.
Join or die, or both. You love my new recipe.
This feels like such a waste, but I'm running out of time, basically.
None shall rise.
There's the light well, thankfully. However, I think... I don't know if I want to use 2 cards to kill that, but I really got to get rid of this. I got a feeling if I buff that light well, he's going to hit Plague. Not quite the early game that I needed at all. So this is a weird play, but we'll go ahead and do it.
Job's done.
Alright, secrets everywhere. So he very likely has duplicate. Blade Master?
Medic!
Holy Nova. My 2 mana remaining. I really want to do buffs, but I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, he might Plague. So I'm just going to heal this guy. We'll wait.
Job's done.
Yeah.
Breathe no more. Rise, my soldiers. Rise and fight once more. What?
No, we just had a really bad opening. I don't see us coming back from this, to be honest. Guess we can play a buff Northshire.
Is someone injured?
This taunt stuff is really getting on my nerves. Let's kill that. Or not. That's fine. Let's heal her. Get rid of one of those.
Right away.
Knock him over. And so he doesn't try to trade it, we'll do that.
Job's done.
We hunger for vengeance.
Just trying to boost the health so she can get past this.
Right away.
Let the pain speak to me.
Let's draw a card. Let's keep him from drawing cards.
Right away.
I don't want to overextend because I'm fearing that he's going to plague.
What we do.
Join or die, or both.
Let's draw some cards.
Almost out of cards.
Let's give him some health.
away.
Heal myself, and then just pass.
For the Lich King!
It worked, guys. It worked.
I'm out of cards.
And I'm right at the end. Check that out. Well, let's give a big thanks to Zeto. Oh, not so fast, apparently. We've got an ice block here. Well, if that's the case, dear sir, not where I needed it. Now is it game? There we go.
In death!
Again, thanks Zeto for the deck.
Poor Noth. This was just Noth his day.
The link, of course, will be in the description below. That was a much more difficult match than I expected. In any event, Noth finally down. We'll move on to Hagen Heroic tomorrow. And until then, thanks for watching. Take care, guys.